Hello guys, welcome you to the second session of our penetration testing series. And in this session, we will be talking about how to install Kali Linux on your virtual machine that we already created in the previous session, that is a VirtualBox. And here we will be going through how to download the Kali Linux latest edition and also how to install it on your PCs. And Kali Linux is a Linux distribution that contains its own collection of hundreds of software tools specifically tailored for their target users, penetration testers, and other security professionals. It also comes with an installation program that programmed to completely set up Kali Linux as the main operating system on any computer. And below is a link to download the Kali Linux operating system. So we click on the link. And on the link, we choose the 64-bit version, and that is the latest one, the 2020. There is 64-bit live and other one, but we go for the first one. I already have the software downloaded on my PC, and I think here does it. So I will not be downloading it again, but you guys can select save to download it onto your PCs. So whilst it is being downloading, we go to our VirtualBox to do some configurations before we will be able to install it on our PCs. So let's open the VirtualBox, and this is the VirtualBox, and we have to create a machine before we can link the file, the ISO file, to it. So we click on machine and select new, and on the new we give it a name, Kali Linux 2020.3. that is the name you decide to choose for this version, and it has nothing to do, you can give it any name, but that is the name we are deciding to go for in this session. And with the machine folder, you can decide to use your virtual, like the default folder, but I'll prefer to save it on a different folder on my computer because I have limited space on my C drive. So I select order and go to the folder, select this drive on my PC because I have enough space on it, and I select VM, and this is the folder that I've decided to save all my VM documents or files. So we are selecting the VM files, click on select folder. As I said earlier on, you can decide to choose the C drive or the default drive in case you have enough space on it. And on the type, we go for Linux because it's a Linux operating system. And on the version, let's go for Debian 64-bit. And with regards to the memory size, I recommend we go for 4 gig. 4 gig is not so bad. And we select the do not. There is an option for do not add a virtual disk drive, but let's go for create a virtual disk drive as the one which has been selected. And remember, there is also a guided mode here. You can select the guided mode, but in case you go for the guided mode, there is limited options that you can, there's limited configuration. So you can also go for the expert mode. That is what I recommend. You click on the expert mode, and I think it has changed. You have to re-enter the details. We go for the expert mode, and I select Kali Linux 2020.3. Forget about what we just did because we chose I was trying to take you guys to the expert mode and the guided mode. The expert mode gives you a lot of configuration options, but the guided mode gives you some limited functionalities. So I chose the expert mode, and that is what I recommend to you guys, so that you can have a lot of configuration, like how to change your machine folder, and also the type and other configurations which are not on the guided mode. So I change the folder again. All right, and I chose this folder, and we change the version. The type is Linux, and as I said, Kali is a Linux operating system. It is a Linux-based operating system, so we go for the version and we select Debian 64-bit, and we change the memory size. Allocate the memory size of 4 gig, and we select create a virtual disk drive now, this hard disk now. So we go to create, and here we allocate. We try to allocate a file size, or allocate a hard disk, or for a specific range for our hard drive, for our Linux, Kali Linux. But I recommend that you guys try to give it a higher storage space. Let's go for maybe 30. Yeah, 30 is okay. And you leave here and go to create. So we've now created our machine, and here is our machine type, our machine name, Kali Linux 2020.3. So we go to settings, we click on it, and you can decide to click here. No, you can decide to go on settings, right click and go to settings. And on the settings, there are some other configurations that you can also do here. For instance, you go to advanced, in the shared clipboard, we click on it and go to bidirectional. Drag and drop is also bidirectional. You can do some disk encryption configuration, but that can be done afterwards. So we go to system, and the base memory 4 gigabytes we already did. It's okay. We go to the processor, and the processor, let's give it allocate 2 CPUs to it. And also the extended features under the processor, we select the enable PAE. Okay, so we go on, we right click, we also go on display, and the display we allocate a video memory of 80. Okay, let's 80 to it, and we go to storage, and on the storage under controller IDE, that is where we are going to link the location of the download, where we downloaded our Kali Linux, the location of the download. So we select on empty and click on this flash drive, the CD-ROM, the diagram of like this diagram, which looks like a CD-ROM. You select on it and go to choose a disk file. So when I choose a disk file, we select the file that we want to, the file that we recently downloaded, and that is the Kali Linux 2020 version. This is what we just downloaded. So we select on it and click on open. So now we go to OK, because it has been selected, the file has been selected, and we are free to go. So we click on OK. Now the file has been linked, the download has been linked to the machine that we recently created, that is the Kali Linux 2020. So we click on start to proceed with the installation. So start. It's going to take some time. And it is requesting us to select a startup disk. So we click on folder, and still select folder, and select Kali Linux 2020 as we've already linked to. So select choose. Now you can see Kali Linux here on the folder. So you click on start. So on the start, we decide to go for the graphic install. So we click on enter. Sorry, cancel. We click on enter, and the enter will give us a GUI interface. That is a graphical user interface, and help us with the installation process. And this is going to be an easy one, unlike the other options. So we select we choose English as a language. Click on continue. The location we choose United States. The keyboard configuration, we choose American English. We need to exercise some patience here as it takes some time doing the configuration. So the host name is Kali. We can change it or we go. I recommend that we maintain the Kali, but you can decide to give it any name that you desire. So let's click on continue. Domain name, you ignore it, leave it blank for now. And a user account, you can decide to give it any name for, but I would decide you can give it any name, like you can add your name or any user that you intend entering, but I'll go for Frank. Click on continue. So the username is Frank here, and give it a password. And for the purpose of this program, I'm going for admin. I try to give it a very strong password because we are security professionals. Click on continue. And with the time zone, we are going for the Eastern time. And we go for the guided use entire text, the first option. Click on continue. Select continue, which is recommended for new users. All right, so finish, continue. We select yes and continue. So we are now done with the installation, and we can adjust the display settings. And we have to apply after the adjustment. Great. So now we go to the updating and upgrading of the Linux tools, and we revisit our notes, and the command for the update and the upgrade has been displayed. And you have to note that update is always done before you upgrade. And the update command is sudo apt-get update, and the upgrade is also sudo apt-get update or upgrade. Yeah. So we enter our update command, sudo apt-get upgrade. Sorry, update. Yeah. So it is been updating. Updating is always done before you upgrade. So you'll be done updating soon. Yes, it has been fully updated. Now we are entering the command for the upgrade, and the command is sudo apt-get upgrade. And you press enter. And we enter Y to upgrade all the tools in the operating system. Thank you. All right, guys, we almost done with the installation. And please note to get all the softwares or the package, the full package of your Kali Linux on your virtual machine. This is going to take around 1 hour to 2 hours. So please exercise some patience during the installation process. Thank you. All right, guys, we're now done with the installation and we move on to our next session, how to install Microsoft Windows 10 on the virtual machine. Thank you. See you in the next session.